and weeks and months when I would come home. Don't know what you thought I meant when I told you leave me alone. You're saying quit playing, I wouldn't put you through that like before. Beg me, oh baby, forgive and forget. But I've been keeping score. Ooh, I've been keeping score. I've been keeping score. Ooh, I've been keeping score.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to the finals matchup tonight between We Are Rhino and Rich is Provoked for the Find Me Alpha League Championship Series. My name is Fleeing Panda, and I will be your host tonight. Our first finals tonight is led by Ali Violet Sociocat Moreo. Coming off a bitter semifinals loss last season against the 9-inch Torpedoes, Violet Sociocat drafted her fellow teammate from the passive-aggressive Red Pandas. That was Caleb Juice Me Daddy X-Strand, in hopes of avenging last year's slip-up. Having already won a championship for the Comeback Kids, Violet Sociocat certainly knows how to get the job done, and she felt that having a solid top laner would be the way to go. Filling out the rest of the roster was league standout Eric Guy Fieri Juscu and newcomers Nathan Fudgy Ditters Im and James Zorpox Cordell. Dubbing themselves We Are a Rhino, War would go on to have a fairly successful year, finishing with a record of 4-1-4, only losing one series all season long, and proving to be a very difficult team to beat in a two-game series. With 16 points earned, this put War in a 3-way tie for second place, and with the tiebreakers, they finished in third place. Alright. In the first round of the playoffs, War faced off against Gerg 5 and had to come from behind in order to win that series, as Gerg 5 took the first game off of War. Towards the end of that series, however, the bot lane duo of Fudgy Ditters and Zorpox proved to be too much for It's a Bison and Fleeing Panda to handle, and in the mid lane, Violet Sociocat was able to slow down Cvan enough so that he was unable to carry his team. War would then move on to the semifinals, where they faced off against Hidden Valley Gaming, who were the only team to 2-0 War all season long. A very back-and-forth series in which included our first perfect game that was won by War, and War eventually prevailed in a dominant Game 3 performance to take the series. With such a strong performance over HVG, War is definitely going to look to continue this path to win Violet Sociocat her second championship in 3 seasons. Alright, so before we get over to Rich Brook, we're going to quickly move on to introducing my co-caster. My co-caster tonight is Chris Spooked McCree. I think I see that right. I don't know. Chris, you there?
It's high noon.
Oh, yeah. Alright, we're going to go back to our pick bands because it looks like they are already going fast and furious. And here we have so far our pick bands. It is Skarner, J4, and Kane banned by War. Rich as Provoked has banned Sejuani, Corky, and Tarek. And War has turned around and first picked Malzahar away from Juice Me Poro. So, what do you think so far?
I think War definitely hates CC. A lot of heavy hitter junglers in that band camp right there.
Yeah, definitely something that they're going to be targeting here. Juice Me Flavor Boy. We're going to probably call him Flavor Boy throughout the match. Is definitely a very strong jungler, and I know in talking to War pregame, they were certainly looking at him as one of the primary players for Rich's Provoked. Yeah, Rich's team summoner names. These are all recent changes that we are just now learning about. So yeah.
I practically spit out my coffee at Juice Me Ashen.
Yeah. Anyways, Rich's Provoked then picked Warwick and then Alistair for the first 2 picks of their team. War has then followed with Morgana Tristana. So already we're seeing a pretty strong team comp being put together by War. The Morgana probably going to Zorpox and then Fudgy Ditters with his favorite Tristana. And Tristana is definitely something to take away from Jirachi because he stays pretty safe with it.
Yeah, Tristana's ability to snowball and hyper carry is definitely scary in the late game.
No. And then, of course, the Malzahar is a pick away from Juice Me Poro. Very much a Malzahar one trick at the moment. We're going to see Galio come in for Juice Me Mommy. I'm assuming that's where that's going. And we're going to immediately see that Atrox ban on Juice Me Daddy. Lots of juice going on here.
In this case, the cup is half full of juice.
Yeah, we're just not going there. We're going to see Varus taken away from Jirachi. Varus, another AD carry that's able to stay safe and farm. And then Maokai also taken away from both Guy Fury and Juice Me Daddy. That's definitely a pick that War has flexed in the past. So yeah, what are you expecting now for here, the last pick? Are they going to go at an 80 carry ban, or do they ban another jungler? Like
there's, with the Varus ban, it seems like that was their target. With them not picking it in the first 3, it's clearly not something they're super concerned about. They already have that Tristana locked in, so it's kind of a waste of a ban in my mind if you already have your ADC banned and you haven't already banned what you want them to not counterpick against you. I think they're going to move on to maybe a mid ban.
All right, well, we'll see here. Juice Me Poro does not have the greatest champ pool. It looks like they banned Jinx instead. Interesting choice right there, going after Jirachi's champ pool even more. And they just turn around and pick a Xayah now for Jirachi. Certainly had several champions I think they could have picked up. And the fact that they didn't another juice, yeah, that is very true. Yeah, so Zaya, I think Jirachi also has Twitch in their back pocket, so they had their options,
Mm-hmm.
or Sivir. Sivir might have also been a viable champion to select, and we're gonna see the Ornn picked for Juice Me Daddy. Ornn no longer unstoppable, and Cho'Gath coming out for Guy Fury. Gonna go with that Feast Smite combo.
Wow.
That's a
That
lot.
is such a strong front line for Tristana to play around. She gets everything protecting her to get her into that late game.
Not to mention the
cow.
get out of jail free card of the Morgana Black Shield. And then, of course, you have a Malzahar that is also equally annoying. So this looks to be a pretty strong comp so far put together by We Are a Rhino. And we're going to see Gnar pulled out for Juice Me Mommy. Gnar into Cho'Gath. A little interesting matchup here. Ornn is or not Cho'Gath. That's Gnar into Ornn. My bad. Ornn is no longer unstoppable using that charge anymore. So that might be a huge thing if Gnar is able to get a stun onto the Ornn as he's trying to charge. Might interrupt his ram.
It looks like Rip is definitely going to have to land their skill shots. War is bringing to the table a lot of targeted abilities, not necessarily skill shots. There's a couple here and there, but for the most part, like Malzahar's ult, you have Morgana's ult, you have Cho'Gath's Feast. A lot of kind of easy, if you're in range, you're going down. So Rip will definitely have to position very well in order to avoid that.
Yeah, the pick potential for We Are a Rhino is pretty strong. The Malzahar does have the Nether Grass. You got Morgana Dark Binds, Ornn, with the Ram, and then Cho'Gath pop-ups. So there's just so much CC with War and so many pick potentials. But then again, you think about it for Rip, they do have a Warwick with his suppression. They have Alistair, Headbutt, Pulverize combo. Galio has the Justice Punch, and then of course Gnar bouncing in and going Gnar all over people.
Absolutely.
They have their own set of team fighting ability that should also be very useful. And of course Zaya with the penetrating feathers. I don't know what those are actually called, but the feathers that can go through things.
Purple Rain, I believe.
Yeah,
is
Purple Rain. Yeah, so the Zaya, I think for Rich's Provoke, keeping the Zaya alive has got to be the way they play this game. If Zaya goes down, they don't got a chance.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to turn the music down even more. All right, so we have our other finalists tonight. I wasn't able to introduce them. That is Rich is Provoked. And certainly after this recent bout of name changes, Rich is most definitely provoked. We have captaining the team, Sean Juice Me Flavor Boy Shannon. This is his first season playing as a full participant in the LCS, and he had the 7th draft pick coming into the draft. He then selected Ethan Juice Me Poro Callahan, which was interesting because he passed over Dylan Hiromar Young, who was very much a higher ranked player. To go along with that, Menbung has then selected Rich themselves, and that's Jirachi, Matt, yep. And then to fill out the roster, you had Sean, Juice Me Mommy Armstrong, who was originally drafted as an AD carry, but then switched to top lane with Jirachi. And then Evan, Juice Me Oshin, Demetrius Adair, who was selected to fill out the bot lane duo. All right. So yeah, that is Rich is Provoked, and Rich is most definitely provoked. To get here to the finals, Rip ended up in 5th place with 11 points. It was a pretty kind of up and down season. They were able to, though, in the playoffs, just turn it up a notch and beat Bear Jr. Poops in the Woods in a 2-0 scoreline. And then they followed that up by beating the boosted Gorilla Monkeys in a 2-1 series that I thought was just pretty indicative of how strong of a team they've become.
Yeah, they're definitely boasting the synergy well. Seems like they're able to act as a unit very much more than other teams.
Yeah, so, and that's certainly something that We Are a Rhino's captain, Violet Sociocat, pointed out in that towards the end of the season, or at least the second half of the season, they really started to put things together a bit more cohesively, and that's allowed them to get to the place where they are now. So yeah, anyways, we're in our pick bands right now in the actual client. We do pick bands in a spreadsheet because it's just straight up easier.
Better for a lot of reasons, yeah.
Yeah, it's just easier to control. You don't have the timers. Plus, not everybody has all the champions available to them. So if we're going to pick champions out of order, that's really the only way to do it, unless you're playing in the PvE client. But PvE right now is kind of a crap show.
But Riot's testing out a lot of things that are upsetting the player base.
Sometimes we just got to question what Rito's actually thinking, but this is not a time to talk about that. We're here talking about our two teams. So, Spooked, what is something that you are definitely looking forward to out of tonight?
Well, first off, I see 2 teleports on Rip. That is super strong for what they need against We Are Rhino. I think their ability to outmaneuver War is going to give them an advantage on a meta scale.
Yeah, I don't know if the Malzahar is going to keep this heal that they're showing right now. If they, in the past, Associate Cat has either gone something like heal, barrier, or TP. And I think the TP might be a good idea, especially considering Galio does have a semi-global ultimate where you kind of just jump up in the sky and fly away.
For sure.
So that
Warwick as well.
Yeah, and the Warwick can just jump from who knows where. So, what do you see so far in this, as this match is going to develop? What do you see as the most important lane matchup for you?
Let me take a quick look. Honestly, I think the Warwick is going to make the biggest difference in this game. Cho'Gath as a jungler is going to be a bit slower to take off. He needs to start stacking his feast in order to gain the biggest potential that he can. His early ganks are all right with his rupture, but the Warwick is just a beast in this current patch.
Yeah, so I know something that in talking with both teams, especially We Are Rhino, they are fairly concerned about what Menbung is going to do. I think, let's see, definitely the jungler is a strong point for the team, effective at snowballing against weaker junglers, so there's going to need to be able to watch out for him because that is something that he does so well. Champion doesn't really matter for him. He can kind of play whatever he wants because he does a lot of early gank pressuring, and his general early presence on the map, the lanes need to be ahead. So definitely going to be following him around as we go through these games. But this bot lane, I think, is also going to be pretty action-packed. You got Juice Mioshin and Jirachi on one side, and then Fudgy Ditters and Zorpox on the other. And that's a pretty good matchup right there, I think.
Yeah. I think the timing of Alistar's his CC is going to be incredibly crucial against Tristana. If Tristana hasn't leapt yet and Alistar tries to knock her away, she can just hop back on Xayah. And Tristana's focus of being able to be up in someone's face in laning phase is a terrifying thing for an ADC, especially if they don't necessarily know what their support still has left in their kit. An early CC from Alistar could spell doom for Xayah.
Sorry, chat's asking questions, and it's what was the background track for the previous song? That was the Welcome to Planet Earth from the War Songs album on iTunes from League of Legends themselves. So hopefully we don't get banned for this. Some other music that you guys might have heard was Prim and Proper. That was from The Win Where Why, and Keeping Score as well from The Win Where Why. That is our boy Adam Hall, Theatrics. That's his band. They are dropping some new music here and there. They're pretty good. Check them out on iTunes if you can. And then, of course, we have The Wrath of Chong, which was done by our boy Austin Sayato Weber. That was, I think, from when he was in school. Just donated my $13. Did it pop? Did you hit the dono button? I didn't see no dono button. Maybe it'll come. Anyways, give me a shout out, Teddy. Yeah, I'm giving you a shout out, Frank. Thanks for the donation. We appreciate it. Again, every bit we get is always appreciated. The song I got kicked out of.
Do
Yeah.
both buttons apply to the channel, or just the Twitch TV one?
In
terms of the notification we get.
I'm not entirely sure. I'd have to ask Greg. It's a Streamlabs thing.
Okay.
Anyways,
No
spectator
worries.
delay is over. We are going into the game now. Where's Greg's dollar? Yeah, so again, and nothing popped. Greg, you broke it. Anyways. Oh, hey, Cvan just subscribed.
Holy cow.
How about that? Cvan subscribed to the PMA LCS. Thank you very much, Cvan. Hope you like torpedoes, because that's all we got for you.
Surplus of torpedoes.
Yeah, surplus of torpedoes. Alright, so we're loading in here. It looks like Malzahar is taking an unsealed spellbook, so eventually I could expect Violet Sociocat to take a TP. And it looks like Galio has Aftershock, press the attack for Warwick, press the attack for Gnar, Fleet Footwork, Zaya, and then Aftershock Alistair. Morgana has a Summonary, Fleet Footwork for Tristana, and then an Aftershock again for Ornn, as well as Grasp of the Undying for Cho'Gath. Interesting.
He's going for that massive lifesteal wombo combo.
Yeah. Oh, we have Simplex. He subscribed 5 minutes ago. Thank you for the subscription there, Simplex.
Weak, I didn't get credit.
Again, whoever wins this game here, they're going to receive half of the prize pool. The other half goes to the Symphonian Education Foundation, which supports Find Me Alpha and our various endeavors to advance music in the world.
America. Yeah.
And the world.
And the world.
Because why confine yourself to America right now? We're kind of a crapshoot.
So here we're seeing some splitting coming from blue
Oh,
side.
we might actually see an invade here. Jirachi kind of all off on their own, but we do have 4 members of RIP here sitting in the bush. But it looks like We Are a Rhino are going to go for the 5-point defense system, where they just kind of sit in their entrances and wait.
Seems like a strong position to defend from. They're expecting, a typical invade. It's kind of the best way to get into that blue buff.
Yeah. They seem to be expecting an invade, but none's coming. You could have done it with the Morgana Dark Binding. That certainly could have started an invade, but it looks like they're just going to go start in normal ways. We'll listen to some lovely cowbell. Juice Mioshin has the best skit in the game.
For sure.
Get down with me. Oh yeah, come on. All right.
Yep.
Oh yeah, come on.
Interestingly enough, I think this is at like 140 beats per minute. Yeah. As we're going to see both junglers start bot side camps. Then Flavor Boy with his blue buff, and then Guy Fieri going for his red.
Looks like Guy Fieri got a harder leash, but with Cho'Gath's kit, especially early in the jungle, took him a little bit longer to take down his buff.
Interesting. John the Vandal says that his donation thing isn't working because it didn't go off either. Interesting. Greg will hopefully fix that if Greg is watching. Oh, Dark Binding is going to land onto Juice Mioshin. Ashin, though, just doesn't really seem to care. He's just kind of taking a little bit of poke damage from Fudgy Ditters, but she really just kind of walks around in a circle and is like, alright, whatever, I'm a cow. We're going to see Galio go in onto Violet Sociocat, but it looks like he's just going to back away. Did dash forward for whatever reason. As Flavor Boy is taking his red buff right now. Guy Fieri on his wolves. Might think about a gank mid lane. As Poro is just trading a little bit of damage here and there with Violet Sociocat, but is burning through his mana as we see Mommy go in on Daddy, and we're going to see some trading here. Mommy is about to hit Mega.
It's a fight at the dinner table.
Yeah,
That's what's going on.
Fight
top
at the
lane.
dinner table. Meanwhile, Flavor Boy is running at Guy Fieri, who's just gonna back out of his jungle and concede the looks like the Gromp to him, as there is a ward, so they do know that Flavor Boy is sitting in this bush in the topside jungle. But,
Extremely aggressive warding happening topside. That Flavor Boy is definitely positioned well with a. He's got Scuttle. He's got 3 wards protecting him. He knows.
Alright, well, we apologize, stream. It looks like my internet just collapsed there for like a second or two. Looks to be back now. But you guys didn't miss anything, so I guess there's that. We're going to see Flavor Boy is sitting in this bush mid lane. Might be thinking about a gank onto Violet Sosacat, but Violet Sosacat does have the Malzahar passive, so I don't know about this. Oh, as he just walks out. Ooh, look at bot lane.
As a note, it looks like we got 2 stopwatches on Rhino. They definitely have an early advantage with this new stopwatch.
Oh, I just froze. That's fun. Alright, we're gonna speed this up because we actually fell behind just a little bit. Nerum, go fast. Every once in a while, my stream slows down just a little bit, and I don't know why. Anyways, stopwatch on Morgana and Malzahar is just so annoying. You know, you think you get him, and then never mind, you have a stopwatch. Don't actually get the kill. Because we're gonna see
Just kidding, 4-man Morgana ult.
Yep. What a dumb item. As Juice Me Mommy and Daddy are gonna kind of keep going at it over here. A little bit of marital fighting in the top lane. Gonna see Gnar throw a rock. A boulder toss right there. Wallop and hop crunch. Whatever. Well, we got some missing pings onto Menbung there. They might have known he was over there with a very deep ward, but that might have been questionable at best. And we're going to take a look at some itemization so far. Farm is pretty even across the board. Jirachi is slightly ahead, and then Menbung is also slightly ahead of his counterpart Guy Fieri. It's not Menbung, it's Flavor Boy. I keep saying that because that's what it is.
And with the Relic Shield on Juice Me Ashen, Xayah does have quite a bit of a lead in bot lane.
Yeah. Morgana opting for the Spell Thieves. And then we have, what is this? Early Bomby Cinder for both Shogath and Ornn. Probably going Cinder Hulk for both of them. Chat isn't working, never mind, let's go war. Alright. That's from our boy Rob Rodriguez. Welcome in, Rob.
Flavor Boy laying down a pink ward in Dragon Pit.
Yeah.
He's already got a vision score of 7. He is very conscientious about the map.
Yeah, and that was certainly a trend that we saw in previous games. Led his team in vision score, which, you know, is pretty impressive considering he's not the support. As Jirachi is stepping up, looks like Menbung is in behind. Fudgy Ditters is going to walk right into him. He's going to get feared away, but Rocket jumps out. And that is a gank. That is a missed opportunity right there. As it looks like Violet Sosacat has roamed down. She's going to find Menbung in the jungle. She has 3 levels on him. Gonna go after this ward, but yeah, 3 levels on. This is very questionable as the Malzahar ult is coming out, but here comes Juice Me Poro, but they're not gonna be able to get in. Juice Me Mommy also TP'd in. That's interesting. As Justice Punch in by Juice Me Poro, he's gonna get the taunt onto Violet Sosacat. Violet Sosacat is so low. One more, and Violet Sosacat's gonna blow the stopwatch. Guy Fieri is here. We're gonna see all kinds of things. This is a flash forward by Juice Me Poro, but Poro is going to get taken down as a little over-aggression there. Going to mean that he is going to give up first blood to Sociocat.
Beautifully done.
Yeah, Flash
I
also
feel like
burned
Juice
by
Me
Poro.
Mommy missed an opportunity to queue back onto the Malzahar with a stopwatch.
Yeah, might have the stopwatch, again, just showing how powerful it really is. You know, just negating that game, because that really should have been a dead Malzahar if stopwatch didn't exist.
It's the surprise item everyone forgets they have.
Yeah. Flavor Boy is going to take the dragon, as we had all that action mid lane, and Guy Fieri did pick up an assist there, so that will help, and is caught back up in CS. But Jirachi slowly building a 10 CS lead in this bot lane. That play made me limp. Thanks, Hansu, for that. Great comment right there. As we're going to see some trading between Mommy and Daddy. Mommy's trying to throw Daddy back into the tower. Is able to get off one turret shot onto him.
Oh,
but here comes the Ram. Juice Me Mommy is going to try and fancy feet this. No, not able to. Is turned brittle, and the Bellowing Breath not going to be enough to kill. That probably is going to force Mommy out. No, Mommy's going to stay, actually, and go put a ward. This is risky.
Yeah. Now here's the real question. With the Ornn nerfs, before Ornn nerfs, would he have made that kill?
Probably. You know.
I hate to say it, but I agree with you.
Yeah. Mommy throwing Daddy, yeah. I hate it when Mommy and... Yeah, I think you and I all hate it when Mommy and Daddy fight. As Space Aids is on the Galio, but again, Galio doesn't take a whole lot of damage from that. Is opting to go for the Cataclysm of Aeons earlier.
You see some pings going down around Baron Pit. Flavor Boy looking to set up for that early Rift Herald.
Oh, but here comes a possible gank full by Guy Fieri. He's going to go up and around onto Juice Milami, but he has found a ward. He's going to take the ward and back out. As Flavor Boy is taking a lot of damage from these Raptors. Well, looks like bot
Lots
lane...
of pings on Shogath.
Yeah. I think tracking the junglers is going to be key for both teams, as we're going to see Flavor Boy walk in top lane, going to find a pink ward. And already a vision score of 15. Over twice his support's vision score. In fact, both junglers right now have the highest vision score for their respective teams.
I think that will definitely be the case until the supports get their item.
Yeah. Do I hear domestic abuse in the top lane? I think you do. We're going to see...
Gnar ult coming out top.
Oh, yep. Gnar ult coming out top lane. We're going fast. We're going to see the Flavor Boy fly in, but he's going to miss the ultimate.
Yikes.
As Fudgy Ditters is going to get bound. This is going to rocket jump out. Does have the Morgana shield, but the root coming out onto Juice Miyashin is going to disengage that fight. As I'm actually slightly behind. I'm going to speed this up to catch up. There we go. Now I'm caught up. Every once in a while, I just slow down. I don't get that. So, all in all, nothing burned in the bot lane, although Fudgy Ditters is really low.
He's giving me anxiety by staying.
Yeah.
I'm on edge.
We're going to see feathers coming out. Oh, is Jirachi going to go for it? Jirachi's going to get bound. That's at a tower range, though. So I'm not going to take tower shots. That's probably lucky. As we're going to see more damage coming on to Fudgy Ditters. Fudgy Ditters really needs to think about backing here, as both junglers are now rotated bot side. And he is going to back. Menbung is sitting in the bush in the jungle. Guy Fieri is here. Guy Fieri is not seen. Maybe was seen. Nope, definitely seen now. As we're looking in on some mid lane action. Juice Me Poro is starting to run out of mana here, which might be a problem.
Galio's pushing power against them all is very, very tough.
Oh. Interesting. And stream is back. We collapsed there again with the internet being crappy. That's fun. Luckily enough, we didn't miss anything.
Nah, just more farming.
Just more farming, yeah. I don't know why it does this. I shut down everything other than OBS and interwebs.
League's sassy.
Yeah, well, I think part of it is League itself is starting to cause some of this, as you know, just get a little slowdown here and there. We're going to see a boulder toss by Juice Me Mommy. The stun not going to land, as Fudgy Ditters and Jirachi are going to trade this. Jirachi's going to use the ultimate, but is going to have to flash away as the black shield coming out on Juice Me Mommy. Juice Me Mommy flashes backward. Wait. As they're taking turret shots, Flavor Boy is here as well. Poro is here. We have all kinds of things going on. Zorpox is taken down by Poro. The Poro is now stuck in the nether grass. This means the Poro is going to stay underneath the tower and is going to die. Juice Me Mommy and Daddy are fighting again in the top lane. As that was a crazy amount of fight there. Poro dives under the tower to get Zorpox.
Pretty intense dive there just to get a Morgana kill, and looks like Malzahar is now 2 kills deep. He's just getting stronger and stronger and walking back to put more pressure on mid lane.
We're going to see a little fight over the crab right there, as Flavor Boy is the one who ends up coming out on top. And teleport being used by Poro to get back to the mid lane. But yeah, those 2 kills plus the, what is that, almost 50 CS lead means that Violet Sociocat is up about 1,300 gold over Poro.
Yeah, it looks like Guy Fieri's making some smart meta calls on the enemy team. He read their timers, and even though they had vision on him, he just started dragging anyway with Warwick right there.
Yep. So Cloud Drake going over to We Are a Rhino. Another Cloud Drake will be the next one up. So yeah, good call there. But he is going to lose his blue buff, as Flavor Boy is stealing it at the moment, unspotted. Yep, definitely no idea that Flavor Boy is there. As we're going to see Dark Binding land onto Ashen, and the Black Shield coming out for Fudgy Ditters. But not a whole lot going on there, as Flavor Boy is now out. Might be thinking about this a gank mid lane. No, we're gonna go after the crab, and both junglers have now found each other. As Mommy is gonna interrupt Daddy buying items. And Jirachi, meanwhile, has built a nice little 30 CS lead. Or 30 CS lead over Fudgy Ditters in the bot lane.
It looks like Rich's Provoked is taking a lot of very safe item choices. A lot of resistances coming on Galio mid. Zaya going for the Essence Reaver rather than a...
But we're going to see a fight
item.
in the top lane, as Guy Fury is just going to feast on Juice Me Mommy. And Flavor Boy now is in a 2v1. Was able to interrupt Juice Me Daddy. But Juice Me Daddy flashes forward onto Flavor Boy, and Flavor Boy is going to pay for it with his life. So that is 2 more kills into the top lane. 1 on the jungler, 1 on the top laner. Guy Fieri so far has a perfect 1-0-3 for all the kill participation. Zorpox is so low. Almost gets killed by the feather pull. As it looks like Guy Fieri is going to go, and they're going to go in on Fudgy Ditters, who's taking a lot of damage. Juice Me Ashen is taking so much damage there from the tower, as they're also on the Rift Herald. Wow. Juice Me Daddy has TP'd. Yeah, TP'd bot. They're going to have to get off of that Rift Herald, as Poro was nearby, was willing to go in and trade his life for the Rift. And Guy Fieri needs to back now, as he has no health. Oh, goodness.
It looks like we're closing to the point of no return with this Malzahar. 175 CS and 2 kills at 17 minutes.
Yeah, but
Allie's basically unstoppable.
But this Zaya right now is starting to really get a CS lead over Tristana, 126 to 175, closing
For
in
sure.
on just a little below 50 CS lead, which right now is translating into 1,000 gold. So even though the mid laner's down about 1,000 gold, the bot lane is up about 1,000 gold.
Mm-hmm.
So not too bad. But then again, in top lane, you have another deficit right there as Gnar is behind. A little bit over 1,000 gold. As we're going to see Tristana push in onto this turret. Hushin getting rooted underneath by the Dark Binding. As Jirachi is able to get some of that CS back. We are going to have more fighting over here. Maybe? No. Nope. Blade colored. Double daggers. And more fighting in the top lane as Mommy looks to go in on Daddy. Gonna get the stun off. And the Gnar into the bush as Daddy is taking a little bit of damage from Mommy, but it looks like this might turn around as Mommy is slowly losing Mega Gnar. Ram coming out right now. The Ram is gonna knock up Mommy, and Mommy is now gonna turn into Mini Gnar. As Flavor Boy, Poro, Guy Fury, and Violet Sosacat are coming out. Nethergrass onto Flavor Boy. Flavor Boy is so low. He is burning. He's probably out of this. And Poro now in a 2v1 as Flavor Boy has left him, and he's going to get silenced. He's going to use the Space Aids and flash out. Oh, Mommy's back has been stopped by Daddy, and Daddy is going to dash in. Not going to be able to get it, and Mommy looks to be able to get out of this as Volcanic Rupture does not land. Is ever so short, kind of like Blair Walsh kicking field goals. And first turret going over to We Are a Rhino, as the Rift Herald has gone away. We're going to see Baron spawn here. But that first turret going to lead to about a 4k gold lead almost. As they're also pushing in on this mid lane.
Yeah, they had enough map pressure where they were able to push up top and mid free of charge.
Yeah, that mid farm right now, 208 to 128. The Galio needs to get a bit more tanky before we can think about fighting with Malzahar. And the Malzahar probably should be the target. Yeah.
Yeah, those space aids hurt when it's on your entire team for sure.
Oh, stream's collapsing again. Hopefully it recovers. There it goes back up. Oh, so, yeah. A little bit of early gold leads, 2 towers up. Going to translate into about 5k. As Violet Sosacat still has a passive. Has built a Leandry. No, that's not a Leandry. Yeah, that's a Leandry's and a Morella Nomicon. As well as boots. So, ahead of Poro early game.
This dragon looks a lot more risky than the first one they took.
Yeah.
I think if Malzahar groups on, yeah, it's a good enough screen for
As
them.
we're going to see 4 members collapse onto this dragon. Looks like Flavor Boy is going to go in, trying to get the fear off, but he's just going to get blasted away. As Zorpox only has 1 chain out. As Mommy is trying to TP in, but he's going to get interrupted by Daddy. He's going to get stunned, and they're going to throw Daddy back into the wall. Ram coming out, but Mommy has now become Mini Gnar, as Mini Gnar does not have a turret to hide under. Volcanic Rupture. Oh, but we're going to hop away. But now here comes the Galio. Galio, they're going to turn around soon. They're going to knock up Daddy. Galio here. Poro is going to be able to taunt Daddy, and Daddy is going to get killed by Mommy. Good thing the Popo is not here, as Tristana is going to take this bot turret. Meanwhile, the Jirachi is mid lane, going to try and take this turret from Guy Fieri. But Guy Fieri is wave clear right now. Seems to be doing enough. But we do have Demolish procs coming out. Yeah, ooh, Demolish. Fair ability, as Caution is now stuck underneath the tower, going to need to blow the ultimate to get out. Unbreakable Will. Ooh, whoops.
If I had to guess, with all this map pressure, it looks like War is setting up for a Baron soon.
And that would be their kind of their calling card. Violet Sosacat certainly likes those early Barons. But yeah, the inability right now of Rich's Provoked to break that mid tower does not help, as they have lost all tier 1s so far.
Yeah, they need to open up a fight where Jirachi can use their ult to take down at least one person. And then I think Zaya's damage will be able to pop through.
Yeah, the Feather Storm gonna be key. Also gonna need to use the Deadly Plumage to get in and get some feathers penetrating.
Looks like setting up for a lane swap here. That's exciting.
Yep. Jirachi and Fudgy Ditters have gone to the top side of the map. Although Fudgy Ditters right now in the river, kind of over by Baron, as Guy Fieri is on the back side of Baron. Violet Sosacat kind of off to the side, looks to be taking the Raptors, as we're going to see more trading in this bot lane now between Mommy and Daddy. Mommy about to hit Mega, has the Rage Bar filled up, as Guy Fieri is going to knock up Juice Me Ashen. But the 4 members are collapsing. Ashen is taking solo. Ashen is just eaten by Guy Fieri, and Fudgy Ditters is going to get the kill on Jirachi, who was held in place by the Nether Grasp. Gnar throwing Juice Me Daddy in, but here comes the Ram. Gnar is going to get knocked up. Mini Gnar solo. Mommy is going to get killed by Daddy, and Daddy is going to get a solo kill. And the Baron call is on as Guy Fieri used Feast, doesn't have it at the moment. Poro tries to Justice Punch over the wall, and that's not going to work out, as it looks like Menbung, if he's going to go for this, is going to need to flash over the wall. Alright, if you're Menbung,
flash or ult.
you got to think about going for it, and right about now, ult coming out. Violet Sosacat's actually going to get the Baron, as this might came out from Flavor Boy. Flavor Boy, unfortunately, mistimed it ever so much, as Violet Sosacat got the Baron.
And I'm just doing a quick replay right now to check on that damage. It's like first Smite went down at 972, just barely missed the Baron kill. And then the last 100 damage was an auto attack by Morgana, actually.
Oh, was it Morgana? I thought
Pretty
it was Violet
epic.
Sosacat. As we're going to see Violet Sosacat, they're going to get the Nether Grasp onto Poro. Poro is taking so much damage as all 5 members are here. This is a 4v5 at the moment, as Flavor Boy is nowhere to be found. He's actually dead. And there's still not a death yet, as Zorpox is going to be the first to go down. Jirachi is going to get the kill. Guy Fieri is going to go down. Jirachi is just untouched. Juice Me Daddy is trying to get... He's going to get stunned, and the interruption on the Flavor Blade Caller is going to get the root onto that Daddy, as Fudgy Ditters is also going to be killed. Jirachi is on a double kill. Flavor Boy has now spawned, and they have just turned that fight around. 4 for
huge.
1.
That was 4 with Baron as well. They lost out on that. I think Malzahar's got great potential with Baron, but still, losing that much map pressure is insane.
Flame Horizon at 23 minutes, yeah. And we're going to see Jirachi's going to be able to get this mid turret finally, and might think about roaming top to get this other tier 1. But man, that stun there by by Mommy onto Daddy to interrupt the Ram was definitely key in their ability to get both Fudgy Ditters and Daddy.
Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. And that was a pretty big gold swing, as, you know, Rich is Provoked is able to claw back some of this gold deficit. Now down only 7k. I think they were down about 10k at the beginning of that fight. And Jirachi picking up about 3 kills there. Oh, but we're going to see Flavor Boy is going to get hit by the Nether Grass. But here's 4 members to the team to go back in. And we're going to see the stun on a Violet Sosacat. Violet Sosacat has been suppressed, but the 4-man knockup by Guy Fieri. We're going to see the Ram pop out. Ram's going to knock up 2. Violet... Jirachi's going to use the ultimate to get away. But can he get the Blade Caller? Blade Caller comes out, and that will root them. But Fudgy Ditters rocket jumps over the wall and is able to just blow up Jirachi, and Fudgy Ditters just gets a triple kill right there in the jungle, as Fudgy Ditters now has double buffs. And wow, that was a 4 for 1 again.
That is Fudgy bringing home the bacon for war.
And there goes the tier 2 tower in the bot lane, as Poro is going to have to try and stave off a 4v1. But no, there's going to be, I think, Demolish procs coming out, plus the explosive charge means that they're going to lose the inhib turret as well, and probably this inhibitor. Flavor Boy is up. Flavor Boy going to charge in, going to get the fear. No, he does not get the fear, as he turns around and ults out of that. Wait, he didn't ult out of that. He just dashed out of that. I don't know what's going on. We're going to see all kinds of crazy actions. Flavor Boy, thinking about it, he's still kind of in the vicinity, as it looks like an Ocean Drake has spawned. Yes,
We
Ocean
also
Drake
have 2
indeed.
Quicksilver Sashes on Rip currently.
Yeah, Quicksilver Sash for Warwick and one for Jirachi. They are going to be able to get this Ocean Drake, so that should help. Trist ulted.
Tristilted.
Yep. Oh, I don't know. Jirachi just blew up. I don't really know how. Anyways, this Tristana does have an Infinity Edge, a rapid fire cannon, and a static shift, plus a Warhammer, so lots of damage on this Tristana now, who is 4-1-3. Is still behind about 50 CS, but again, with 4 kills, you don't really care too much about that. As Guy Fieri now starting to become so big, Flavor Boy has found Guy Fieri, gonna get the fear out, kind of fancy feet all over this blast cone, as they're gonna trade a little bit on this ward. They're gonna lose the top turret, meanwhile. Fudgy Ditters is able to take that along with Violet, Sociocat, Zorpox, and Guy Fieri. Well, it looks like we're going to try and see the siege here in this top side, as somebody is going to have to go bot lane because there are supers pouring into the base. This game so far going into the dancing to the tune that We Are a Rhino is putting out. I don't know what I'm saying. His mommy is going to get some damage out into daddy, but is going to take an auto attack that does about a quarter of the health. Well, maybe not a quarter, a sixth of the health bar from Fudgy Ditters. As we're going to see Flavor Boy go in on to Guy Fieri. And now if Violet Sociocat is here, they might think about a dive, as Guy Fieri does have a lot of tank. We're going to see Warwick dash in again. Fudgy Ditters takes an attack from the tower, but Daddy also taking attacks now, as Meganar is here. But no, we're just going to see
Burst
some
potential
back
of
up.
Fudgy Ditters is just insane. Static Shiv and Ragefire Cannon, matching with that Infinity Edge. Just the first shot is all Trist needs to lay down to get a lot of damage off fast.
Yeah, as we're going to see the final push in. They're going to get this mid turret, as that has now fallen. Poro had to back, going to get some items, but they're still losing this inhibitor, as no one has got on to Fudgy Ditters. Ashen has been rooted and then knocked up by Guy Fieri, and they're going to rotate back top lane, moving in as a group of 5.
With bot inhibitor down, they really only have one goal. It's top turret or bust.
Yeah, they're not even going to worry about this Baron that's going to spawn in about 26 seconds. As the damage is on, Jirachi takes an auto attack from Fudgy Ditters. Blade Caller does not get anybody, as again more supers are coming into the base. Looks like they might have to think about giving up this Baron or having a hero play by Flavor Boy, as all 5 members get or 4 members get the blast cone over, and they are now on this Baron. Baron was getting melted pretty quickly, actually.
Holy cow, that went down way too fast for a response.
Baron's already gone. Nothing they can do about that.
Looks like at this moment, Rich's Provoked just has to turtle and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Hope for a pick kill. Hope someone makes a mistake on We Are Rhino. There's such a gold advantage happening right now.
Yep. They're about 13k up. I'm going to take a look at the
what did I miss?
itemization. I don't know. We're in game number 1 right now. We're about 32 minutes in. I don't even know who you are. I think this is OP.
Oh, of course it is.
Yeah, anyways,
Who else would be here?
I don't know.
Oh my god, what is going on with rips names. Oh God.
Yeah, yeah.
They've been juicing in preparation for the match.
Yep. Steroids confirmed.
Looks like Cho'Gath's been juicing a little bit.
Yeah, this Cho'Gath is like a quarter of the lane right now.
What, 5,300 health? Holy.
Yep. So the mega tank right now, you just got to go in. There goes the tower. Looks like
5,700 now.
if Rich is provoked has any chance, they're going to probably have to try and fight underneath the tower. But Summoner 2805 steps too forward. That's actually Ashen. Ashen's going to go and going to get the knock up, going to knock Guy Fieri to the side. But that's not going to be enough as the damages are not here at the moment. Jirachi is going to get knocked up right here. Jirachi going to have to flash back, but Jirachi's about to get blown up as Fudgy Jitters gets the kill on Jirachi, and this is going to be game number 1 for We Are a Rhino as they are taking the dominant mid-game to late-game performance here. 17-7 in 33 minutes.
Well, from what I saw this game, it was really clean from the side of War. I wasn't here for all of it. I did see them lose one of those fights where Jirachi was completely untouched, but you know, once they bounced back from that, it looked like just super clean rotations all over the map for the win.
As we're going to take a little bit of some damage numbers here. All right, let's take a look at some score lines. We have, for the damage numbers, leading their team was Jirachi, actually had the most in the game at 23k damage, followed by Nar at 18k, but unfortunately there wasn't a whole lot more damage to be found throughout the team as Menbung, or Flavor Boy, is down at 5k, Poro at 10k, and then of course Ashen down at 3k, but you don't really care about Ashen. Meanwhile, over for We Are a Rhino, they had pretty solid damage numbers across the board. Guy Fieri doing 14k damage. Violet Sociocat not doing the most damage on her team, only 13k damage, but then again, when you had Fudgy Jitters hitting 20, and then Juice Me Daddy in the top lane hitting 18, you don't really need to do a whole lot of damage. Scoreline wise, you had Guy Fieri going 7-1 and 8, being that super tank. And then you had Violet Sociocat 2-1-9, Fudgy Jitters 6-1 and 4, Zorpox going 0-2 and 13, but had 13 of 17 assists. But Guy Fieri, 15 out of 17 kill participation. Whew. And
that boy is moving.
That boy is moving. All right, we're gonna take a short break here as we get set up for game number 2. Stick around. We Are a Rhino are on the cusp of winning their championship. Or is Riches Provoked gonna come back and turn this around? Stick around.